episode of The Build. Today we're in Boston. Now, it's crazy. Oh yeah. Today I wanted to talk about the products that I use for my car. Now, I feel like there's a lot of videos out there and there's a lot of people talking about like what they use in their car, how they do it and all that. And one of my biggest complaints with a lot of that stuff is like, it's so complicated. I understand having specific things for like specific times, but like I feel like if you make maintenance too complicated in terms of like just keeping your car clean, it gets to the point where it's like outrageous. Like I love Obsessed Garage, I love that channel, and I love how in-depth he goes because you learn a lot. But I feel like for daily things, when life's going on and you're like trying to keep your cars and just keep them looking nice, I need a quick routine. Like I need something that I can just like know that I can wash my car, do this, use 3-4 products and have it all be good. Okay, so I've driven this road 1,000 times, and it's the worst road ever. Ground's horrible, and I was on 18s before, now I'm on 19s, so I'm a little worried, like, going through there is gonna be fun. Hey, what's up?
Hey, man. Hey, I just want to give you a call when you're on your way down. Is there anything specific that you want me to grab, or are you going to decide on stuff when you get here?
Oh, I actually, dude, I'm literally, like, I'm on that horrible road right now. Right, literally about to turn right onto the street.
Never mind. I'll see you in a sec.
Alright. Let's see. Alright. Can I do a bottle of eraser?
Alright, so a bottle of eraser.
What was the there's the tire sealant they make?
Pearl. Plastic engine.
Do you guys have
rubber,
Pearl?
Leather. Yes, we do. Just tucked behind here.
Cool.
So Pearl.
Sweet.
And then so pearls you can dilute it. So depending on if it's plastic, if it's tires, you can change the shine too.
Okay.
Which is something I like. The more water you add, the more of like kind of a satin look the tire will have. If you do it just like either straight or just a little bit of water, your tires will look much shinier. So
Basically, I'm showing them right now, like basically what I use to maintain my car. I mean, I only use. I'm not going to use all these. Some of these are just kind of specifics. Yeah. Because I feel like every time you wash the car, I'm not going to seal the tires.
It's
you know
so
what I
hard
mean?
to do. Like if you do every time of doing sealing on cars, like God bless you, I can't do it.
I do it with reload. I do it with reload because there's something so like satisfactory about like coating a car reload and be like,
yeah,
damn, let's do it again.
My regimen is like I'm constantly doing washing my car with wash mist.
Yeah.
And then I follow it up with reload.
Yeah.
That's just kind of my regular stuff.
I know. I was talking to Wes.
Every other wash, I'll do like my wheels and tires.
Yeah.
You know.
No, I know.
They're a pain in the butt.
I know.
What you look at
I had white wheels before this. And that was like, I was like, I'm done. I was like, I'm not. It's never clean.
Is your E92 here?
It's here.
I want to see the gold wheels now. Dude.
Yeah, just okay. So you guys, I gotta tell you guys a little story. So I was trying to debate on the next wheel color, and I was trying to figure out. I was like, okay, you know, I could go black, and I was like, you know, I feel like black's overdone, and you can't really see the wheel. Like it just blends in, especially on photos. So I was talking to Kevin here, and I was like, okay, what? Like I've been looking at some gold colors, I've been looking at some other stuff, and he's like, hold on, I got the perfect gold for you. He's already gone through all of the gold ones, like seen them all. He's like, I got the one for you.
I think I got like 15 or 20 samples of like every gold, and even if Prismatic didn't call it gold, if they called it like a brown or a copper, but it was like close to a gold, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna need a sample. I need to look at.
I was like, I think you just nailed it. So I'm happy with it.
I'm a color.
Look at this. You guys got everything here.
Yeah, we stock up on. I mean, basically, we use all these products here. I don't think we sell anything we don't use.
This is the front, guys. But I think Kevin, you mentioned something about like a leather interior cleaner that you use on like everything. Yeah, you brush your teeth with it. Use it for your shoes.
Yeah. So CarPro inside is an interior cleaner, as is Shine Supply leather and interior cleaner. Inside's definitely more powerful as a cleaner. I personally really like the Shine Supply stuff. It's got a really mild, like I guess, odor. You can use it in a car with like the windows closed and it doesn't choke you out, where like a lot of interior cleaners can. I use it on my shoes.
Are you diluting that at all, or
no? This is straight. This is good to go. But yeah, I use it on like shoes, on carpet. I use it on a fabric couch.
So you really do brush your teeth with it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely. In the morning, every day. No, it's one of those things that I've found it to be really versatile. but also just super easy to use. You can just spray it on a towel, wipe it through a seat, and it's really quick. Or if you've got a stain somewhere, you can spray it and just kind of work that one area.
I feel like this is like an Instacart version of like shopping for detailing products.
Well, you gotta, stock up with the quarantine, man.
I know, dude.
What are you
It's
gonna
crazy.
do with all your time? Just go home and clean the car?
Pretty much. What else could I do?
Yeah. Alright, so I want to see your car because
You haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen the gold wheels. I've seen it in photos, but I want to see it in person. Ooh, yeah, those look nice.
I mean,
Yeah,
they turned out good.
The red looks good with the gold, and then like the roundels with blue and white and stuff. It looks nice.
All right, guys, let's talk about some of the products that I use to kind of maintain my paint. Right now, the paint's pretty dirty relative to how I normally keep it. I try to keep this paint in pretty damn good shape. Like, I don't want my car to be dirty, but at the same time, I'm not constantly wiping it down. Well, I guess that depends on who you're talking to. But typically, I'm washing the car at least once a week or so. All right, guys, so these two products right here, I'm using Elite Finishes Wash Mist and Car Pro Reload are probably the two most used products that I use within cleaning my car and maintaining it. So Wash Mist, just to show you guys how it's used right here. Let's grab a clean towel. Basically fold the towel into, what would this be, fourths, eighths, something. It looks like this right here. And then I'm basically spraying a section real quick and I'm wiping it down. Now with this, you can, like everything you've been told about wiping your car down with towels is true if they're the wrong towels. Now something like this, it being a towel made specifically for cleaning your car, it's a little different. But you can see right there, that's what we got just off that. So just off that, the fender right there, we got that amount of dirt. But you can see how quick and easy it is to wipe off. Now this isn't, I'm not sponsored by them by any means. I do enjoy going to the shop and I do enjoy supporting brands that I like. But this product for me is just like, it's simple. Like I don't have to do a bunch of shit. Like I love foam cannons, but I'm not about, I just don't want to deal with water. Like I did it on the Z4M as the last wash and I won't do it again for a while. It was such a hassle. Like just to be able to go and wipe off my car real quick, it's so much easier. So again, just spray on. And I'm spraying a good amount, just enough to the towel goes on over it, but it's not like flooded. And then, yeah, just like that. Cool. And again, you can see my car's not extremely dirty. That was the first part, second part, but you're kind of flipping this towel as you're going through. So as you're going through, each towel you have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, so you have 8 sides to each towel. And it makes it, you don't need 10 towels to do a whole car. You probably need 3 or 4, but it really depends on how dirty the car is. But just super quick and easy. Like you can just see, like you could imagine if I was going at full speed right now and just wiping down my car, I could easily do a quick wipe down in say, 10, 15 minutes. And it's very hard to wash a car with water in 10 to 15 minutes. Now I'm fully detailing everything, it's a different story, but again, you can just see the dirt that's coming off it. And you can really kind of be picky with it as far as like, if you really want to change the towel, more often you can. Obviously, the more dirt that you load on this towel, the more that there is opportunity you can scratch the car. But it's just, I've talked to Wes a lot about this, Wes Elite Finish, and it's not just his waterless wash. Just waterless wash in general is great. I think a lot of people assume that if they're not using a waterless wash, that they're not scratching their car. Even if you're using a sponge, water, you got your different systems. You're still getting wash damage to the car. It's just a matter of how much, and that. So if you can do like a 2-bucket system, and you can get, do that every time, and you can have clean sponges and all that, maybe you can end up with less damage than this. But both are going to end up damaging the car over time. Right now though, I just feel like this is the most convenient way that I can do it. And I see my car, like I look at how scratched it is, and I look at different scratches, and I just notice, I've noticed over time with waterless wash that I'm not really getting damage. I notice every time I wash my car with water though, I end up with a new scratch. So just something to think about. I mean, a lot of it's lifestyle. For me, this is just the easier way to wash my car. You know, it's easier to wipe it down with this, especially living in an apartment, than it is, say, grabbing a hose and doing all that. But I still think, no matter what, I'm gonna choose this over washing a car with water after just my experience with it. Cool. But yeah, so. And the cool thing about this is you can hear things. Like if you're scratching something, you can hear. Like I just got a couple leaves in the towel, so I'm gonna go ahead and switch the towel up. And this car is coated in Reload. I'll talk about that in a second, what Reload is and what it does. But so it does make it quite a bit easier to clean. Like I do notice that after it's coated with Reload, you know, cleaning it is a lot easier. I don't have, like, dirt doesn't really stick, and I rarely have something that's hard to get off the paint. But that was pretty much real time as far as like, I just did half the car, well maybe like a third of the car while talking to you guys. So pretty simple, but basically I'm gonna go on, do the rest of the car. I'll give you some closer up shots so I can show you guys, and then we'll move on to the next step. Cool, there you go. Just like that. Switch the towel. All right, so even with windows, I'm still using wash mist. It's just, like I said, I like to simplify things, and I've noticed that I don't need any like crazy glass cleaner or anything to really get clear windows. So I just create a border around this, and I'm gonna go ahead and wipe through it. And what I do is after you've done that, then I'm gonna flip to a dry side of the towel. And I'm just gonna kind of like buff it out. And I noticed that like I have absolutely clean windows. Like I don't need to do a bunch of extra stuff, and I don't need to even pull out any like window cleaner or anything. I mean, I don't know if you guys can tell from the video, but I mean, it's insanely clean from just that. So super simple, keep it easy. That way you don't have 20 products to do, you know, clean your car, and it never gets cleaned. So at a certain point, you're gonna wanna switch towels when you run into something like this. Okay, so once the car, we got a GTI going by. Once the car's all clean as far as you've wash mist it, then when I go ahead and use Car Pro Eraser. So, use Car Pro Eraser right here. This ball going. All right, so I've already cleaned this door. I'm gonna go ahead and now clay it next. So this is, if you're only gonna do this step if you're actually re-putting on Reload. So Reload, I haven't really gone over it with you guys, but Reload right here is gonna be a sealant. So it's an SiO2 sealant. And what this is gonna do is just allow you to go ahead and seal up your paint, get it nice and smooth. I actually have a coat over it, but I'm gonna put eraser on right now and show you guys. It's buttery smooth. I don't even need to clay. I'll go ahead and clay just for the purpose of showing you guys. But I mean, the car is like, it's crazy smooth right now. But let's go ahead and do it. Okay, so right here I'm using a synthetic clay disc. We're gonna go ahead and put on eraser. We're gonna go ahead and clay with this. So get off any of the contaminants on the paint before we seal it up. So I'm actually gonna spray this a little heavy so I can clay it. Again, this is just for demonstration. My paint's actually already really smooth, so bit overkill. I mean, you can see, hear that, look. There's nothing. But we're gonna go ahead and clay it. I like the synthetic clay disc because you don't have to worry about like dropping it. You can actually wipe it off after each pass and you can reuse it. It's not like a clay where you gotta fold it up if you drop it or get a new piece or whatever. Just makes it a lot easier. Cool. Stuff smells really good too. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go and wipe it off. Set that aside for a second, and then I'll go ahead and wipe all this down. Cool. Okay, after we got that, then it's on to sealing the paint. So what we did right now is we cleaned it, then we decontaminated anything and clayed it, and then we're gonna go ahead and seal it. Okay, so for this right here, I like to use 2 towels. Now the reason being is that I like to have one to apply the reload and one to take it off. I've noticed that when I don't do that, just because I'm not super careful about spraying it on, I'll end up with some on the windshield or the window, and then I'll notice with this stuff, you have to be careful because if you don't level it out, you do notice some like smearing and everything. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use 2 towels. All right, I like to use different colors too, just to make sure I can keep track of, you know, which one is which. So go ahead and set everything aside, wash, mist, and eraser, and I'm gonna go ahead and reload. So I'm gonna go ahead and just apply it to the towel. And then I'm gonna go ahead and wipe it on. And you'll definitely notice an enhancing gloss. Like I said, this already has a coat on it all over, just how I keep it. I do like to do this, the reload step I do like to do like every time I wash or every other time, just because I like the car staying glossy. It's a bit overkill for sure, but anyways, after that's all on, I'm gonna go ahead, kind of level it out, and then I'll go ahead and wipe it down with the other one. Damn keys. Go ahead and just make sure it's all leveled out with the other one, make sure we have no smearing or anything. I gotta give it to her. I gotta give it to you. If you're a detailer and you guys do this on a daily basis, it's a lot of work. Definitely wouldn't want to do that job. I love it, but doing it to other people's cars would be difficult. But all right, cool. So got the reload all on, and car's glossy, the paint's smooth, and now we get a nice protection layer. So like I said, my normal maintenance for this is I'll wash once a week. So my maintenance is kind of like this. I wash it with wash mist about once a week. Really depends on if it's needed. If it's sat in the rain or something else or something different happened, I'll wash it again. But typically it's gonna be 1 time a week, and I'll usually coat it with reload every other week. And then as far as like actually racing it and claying it, I'll do it as needed. But I mean, this paint feels so, like even the part we didn't clay, I can feel a little bit, but I mean it's very minor. This definitely feels better, and so you know what, damn it, now I gotta do the whole car. But that's it as far as the paint goes. That maintains it, cleans it, protects it, and it looks good. Like for silver paint, I mean, you look at it as the bag falls, you look at it and it's just like, it shines. All right guys, typically for wheels, it really depends on how dirty your wheels are gonna get. So if your wheels are getting really dirty to the point where you're like having to scrub them or anything like that, you want to use something like an an Iron X, or there's like Griot's Garage, a wheel cleaner is a good one, but again, you need water for those, and you need to like rinse along with that. It basically turns like a purple, and then you can go ahead and scrub your wheels off. For my wheels, they're coated, and honestly, like you can see right here, like if I were to just, I don't really want to dry wipe my wheels, but just to show you, like just a simple wipe, very soft, gets off all of it because they're coated in Reload. So before I put these on, when I didn't show you the guys that part in the video because I didn't want to reveal the wheels too early in the video. So basically what I did though, when I put these on, I did not have CarPro Eraser. I used isopropyl alcohol, wiped down the whole wheel, and then coated them with Reload prior to putting them on. So that way I knew the barrel, the face, the lip, everything was coated in Reload. So now it's an easy wash. So again, once you have it clean, or once you have it sealed, it's an easy wash. So I simply use wash mist. Again, if your wheels are dirtier, you want to use something else, but you can kind of see that it's coated because you can see the water start to beat up the water in wash mist. And I just simply wipe it down like you would anything else. Nothing crazy, no rocket science here, but like it's an easy way to keep these wheels clean. Wheels like this are a pain in the ass to clean too because you have so many spokes. And with the pad compound that's on the Brembos, I literally get brake dust within driving a couple miles. So I'll just go back here and do this, preferably with a non-watch hand. Sweet, and that's gonna be it for that. All right guys, that's pretty much what I do to keep this car clean, keep it going, keep it nice, protect the paint. You can feel just like after it's gonna be buttery smooth. And then just to maintain this, all I'm doing is doing wash mist about once a week or as needed, and then using CarPro Reload every other week to just keep that coat nice and shiny. Bit overkill, you could probably do it less. It lasts about 3 to 6 months. It's just one of those things. I like the car to always look good, and it's something to pass the time. It's a stress relief. And yeah, but anyways guys, I hope that helped you, gave you something to do during this quarantine time. Stay safe. I'll see you guys in the next one. All right guys, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like this video, and then of course subscribe and hit that notification bell to get notifications for new videos. All right, see you guys in the next one.